Do you feel on the with the feeding, if it's a feeding tube or something like a feeding tube, you're do you feel hunger still? I mean, does it satisfy your hunger?
It depends. I do. Mostly when my TPN isn't running, I feel really hungry. So I get these little gums that are dessert flavored or something, just so I can have some kind of taste. But when my TPN is going, I don't really feel hungry. I feel full. But you just kind of get used to it.
In regards to, because I noticed that you have problems like talking or whatever. I think this has to do with the tubes going in, right? Most of the time?
Sure. No, I was just nervous. Yeah.
Her throat does get all sore.
It does sometimes. Just because I've been vomiting for 4.5 years. So it does some kind of damage. But I was nervous.
I would like to know if it's actually tubes or it's because of vomiting.
When you have a feeding tube, if it's an NJ or something or NG, and it's through your nose and down your mouth and everything, it can hurt the back of your throat, it'll irritate it, and sometimes that will have problems with you talking and everything, or if you have I had a scope done last month, and they put the breathing tube down my throat so I wouldn't aspirate, and that irritated my throat really bad. It sounded like I had a sore throat or cold or something.
Yeah.
But a lot of the reflux and stuff can do that too.
Yeah, there it is. I got a friend that actually barely speak because of that, because it's constantly going tubes down the throat.
Oh wow.
And it's kind of it's everyday thing, and it doesn't get better, obviously.
Yeah. Wow.
But that's what I want to ask, because I compare that in your tone of voice. I was a little, I want to ask about it.
It does affect it, but I was also nervous.
Have women been able to carry full term?
Some people have. They have to they're high risk pregnancies and everything. But there wasn't really any documentation of somebody being pregnant with a stimulator. And we were all wondering how that was gonna work because it's shocking inside of you. So we're okay, well, what would happen if you have a baby? And I don't want to find out yet, but there's actually this lady, Crystal, and she's pregnant, and she's 7 months pregnant right now, and she has the stimulator, and they just turned it off, and she's been fine, and the baby's healthy so far, so hopefully everything goes good. But yeah, people are still able to. I mean, they'll have to be high risk, and sometimes they'll have to have fluids, or they'll do some kind of nutrition usually, whether it be tubes or TPN or something, because you're not only trying to get nutrition for yourself but also a baby.
Do you know if it affects women more than men? I just
does.
happen to notice a lot of women.
Yeah. It's more predominant and stuff in women. There are guys out there, and a lot of people think oh, only women are affected, but there are a lot of guys out there that do have it. It's just
they're not
I don't
verbal.
know if they're actually realizing that there's other people out there too. I talked to a lot of people that have gastroparesis and stuff online, whether it be through websites or Facebook or something, and I have about 20 to 30 guys that I know that have gastroparesis, and they'll range from 2 years old to 60 or something. So.
Yeah, Megan's grandmother actually has gastroparesis also.
Yeah.
My mom. So.
Yeah.
We're not sure if it's hereditary. She has diabetes as well, so I think that might have been what caused it, right?
Yeah, but we know, well, no, because she's had it since her early 20s.
Oh.
So But there's siblings we know that have it. Like those
Yeah.
siblings have it.
So it's
So
something that's just show up.
a lot of them.
Yeah, some
It
people can
depends.
be born with it, so that's why I'm not sure
We don't
if
know.
it really is hereditary or not, but I think so. But I've noticed a lot lately that like there'll be a mom and a daughter that have it, or like a grandma and a son or something, or like siblings that will have it. So there's like no research out there that says like it's proven that it does, but I think so.
Not so much as a question, but a statement. For somebody so young to be going through this and keep a smile on their face, I do want to say you are a brave young lady.
Thank
you. By everybody else is clapping. You're also making a difference in this world by bringing awareness to it. I believe in the Bible and it says give honor where honor is due. And I want to let you know that was so hard feeling. I had to pull out a handkerchief because I was crying. But for lack of better words, I commend you.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I believe in the Bible too. I don't know. Can we discuss it? I don't know if we'll discuss it. So I'll be general with it. But I do believe that like everything happens for a reason, and it's hard being sick, but I've also met like a lot of amazing people through it. Like some of my best friends are people that have this disease. So that's another thing, is like it's really hard to make friends sometimes with this disease, because people will like be like, oh, you're just making it up, or you're just having an eating disorder, or it's all in your head, or things like that, and they kind of desert you. So people that I consider my best friends right now are people with this disease. Like one of my best friends lives in Australia and she has this disease, or like another person that I know who I consider one of my best friends, she lives in Utah. So like I've never met them in person, but you like have this instant connection with them because you can relate. Like even though everybody's like different, but there's similarities. And then you find out like, oh, you have the same interest or something too. So that's exciting. And then I always try and figure out like who can I help like while I'm in the hospital, or like while I'm at my doctor's appointment or something. So you can look at it like two ways, whether it be I'm gonna just be negative about it and be depressed. That doesn't solve anything. I tried that, didn't work.
Yeah, it was hard for Megan. She got this when she was 16, and her last 2 years of high school, she had to drop out and do online school. So she didn't get to do all the normal teenage things. She had to grow up really fast, unfortunately, but she's decided to make the best out of it instead of just letting it get her and staying in bed depressed all the time. She had said that's no good, so I'm proud of her.
Like I still have those days where you just want to like cry and be upset and like, why does this happen to me and everything, but like I think it's okay to have those days, but like don't like sit in that, like don't like keep that as a pattern, like the next day like pick yourself back up and keep going.
So where are you in school?
I'm going to school at St. Pete College in Tarpon Springs. I start Monday actually, and I want to be a nurse.
She wants to be on the other side of bed.
Yeah.
Any other questions? It's over here somewhere, sorry.
Oh, I also have like pictures of my scopes and stuff. If anybody has the weak stomach, you might not want to look at them, but I think they're really cool. And I have like my x-rays and stuff, and then like I have this booklet that talks more about like gastroparesis and G-PACT and everything, and then I have another booklet about like the stimulator if anybody wants to come up.
Did you show them the tube thing?
What?
Your tube?
Oh,
thing?
and I have part of, what was this, my pick line or my G-PACT?
No, your nose.
I have part of my and G-tube, they let me keep like the extra. So I'm like, I'm gonna use this someday.
She's like, I'm gonna use it.
Oh, well, we want to thank you. We got a certificate of appreciation for you for coming
Thank
to
you.
speak to us.
I really enjoyed
So,
it.
yeah,
I was
thank you.
very, very blessed to come and speak to everybody. And she told me, like, when she asked me to come, I'm like, okay.
We're grateful for having you, so
Thank
thank you
you.
for coming in. But you guys want to
Thank
come
you.
stand up?